Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video, and in this video I am going to tell about the cursor property of CSS. So in this video we are going to discuss how to display a custom cursor. For the delay, now first see what we are going to do. So I already created a project, so I open it so you can see. This application I created in using HTML and CSS. Now it contains 8 boxes. If I take my cursor on all scroll, you can see the cursor shape change accordingly to the all scroll. Now if I go on pointer, you can see the cursor shape change successfully. Now if I click on screen resize, so you can see here is different cursor shape present. If I go on zoom out, you can see this is different cursor shape. If I go on cell, if I go on progress, you can see this type of progress cursor appear here. If I go on not allowed, you can see this type of cursor appear here. So this is very helpful while creating a big web development project. So in this video we are going to explore the cursor properties of CSS, and you will find lots of cursors on Google easily. So my main motive is to teach you how to use that cursor properties. So don't further delay, now let's start the video and see how to do this. So for this, simply open your VS Code. So I open my VS Code. Now I simply take a new file by Ctrl+N and save it with any name. So you can save it with any name. I give the cursor.html and I save this file on desktop. Now save. Now we need one more file for CSS. So I again take a new file by Ctrl+N and now I save it with cursor.css. That's it. Now first we have to write the HTML code, then after we write the CSS code. So simply take an HTML tag first, which is most basic. Now take a head tag. Now inside this, if you want to give title to your project, it is your choice. So I take a title tag and simply I type here CSS cursors. Now first of all, we have to link our CSS file into HTML file if we want to use CSS file. So simply I type here link, then rel, then in double quote simply sheet, then href, then type your CSS file name. My CSS file name is cursor.css. Now close this. Now take a body tag below the head tag and we have to write all code inside our body tag. So I press enter here. So first of all, we have to create that type of boxes. So it is your choice whether you want to create a boxes or not. So for showing the all properties of cursor, first off I have to take some boxes, or we can say declare some specific position for. So for this I have to make some boxes. Div tag here. So I simply type here div. So now give the class name container. Now close this division tag. After this, simply take one more division tag inside this. So I simply type div again. Now simply give the class name item, and my first cursor is all scroll. So here you can give any ID name. This is basically work as ID inside our CSS file. So you type anything. So I simply type here all scroll, but you can type anything. Now for showing the text on our box, I simply take a span tag here. So simply type here span, then give any class name. So simply I type here text. Now close this. Now inside this you can type any text which you want to display on your box. So I simply type here scroll. That's it. Now I have 8 boxes. So I simply copy this code. So I Ctrl C copy, then I paste it 7 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That's done. Now what I have to do, I have to simply change the ID names and the text name. So my second box is for pointer. So I simply give the ID name here pointer. But don't think this is the cursor. This is only a simple ID name. So and I also change the text here. Now my third box is for not allowed. So I simply type here an ID name not allowed and simply change the text also. Here I simply type here not allowed. Now my fourth is screen resize. So I simply type here sc resize and simply change the text. Now fifth item is progress. So I simply type here progress and also I change the text. Now my sixth item is zoom in. So I simply type here zoom in and also I change the text, zoom in. Now seventh item is zoom out. So I simply type here zoom and also change the text. Now the last item is cell. So I simply give the ID name cell here and also change the text. Now first of all, before writing the CSS code, let's see our HTML file. So I minimize this and you can see this is our CSS HTML file cursor. So I double click on it and here you can see. Now our all boxes created successfully. No boxes may be visible here. So this is not visible here because we don't write the CSS code. But you can see the text. So it means our division class is created successfully. Now what we have to do, we have to simply write the CSS code, and also we have to write the different cursor on different positions. So I again open your VS Code and now open your CSS file. First I simply type here body and then I simply give the background color, but it is your choice whether you want to give background color or not. So simply type background and I give the black color. Now for creating the boxes, simply we have to use our container class. So you can see our main class is container. So first of all we have to place our all boxes into center, so we have to use container class, container, then take two curly braces, and inside this simply type here width 250px is fine, but you can give any. Now simply type display and set the display grid, and now simply I give the margin top, and margin top is 100px is fine, and now give the margin left is also 550px is fine. Now simply set the grid template columns and simply type here 1fr. Basically it creates the two columns inside our grid. Now simply type grid gap, it helps to set the gap between our grid, and you can give any gap. I think 20px is fine. Now we have to create our item, so simply type here item, because here you can see our all boxes name, class name item, so we have to use now item. So simply type here item, then take two curly braces. Now simply type here background color, and you can give any colors or you can give my color code. So my color code is #FFF111100. Now simply type color of text color, so I simply give the white color. Now simply I give the font style bold. Now simply set the font weight, so 300 is fine. Now simply say font size, so 14px is fine. Now simply give the padding, so 40px is fine, 40px 0. And now the last thing, we have to type text transform uppercase and simply type text align center to place the text into center. Now refresh your file again and you can see now all boxes created successfully. Now one thing here you can see, now our cursor appears similar on every box. Now we have to change our cursor on according to the different specific position. So we have, I already tell you there is a cursor property in CSS for using this. So for this, as you know, we have assigned different ID to our all specific position. So first specific position is all scroll, so we have to use all scroll position. So simply I use the ID name, so simply type here all scroll. Now take two curly braces and now we have to use the cursor keyword. So simply type here cursor and we have to use all scroll type cursor. So simply I type here all scroll. You can see it automatically highlighted here, so press enter. Now that's done. Now again open your file and refresh your page, and now when I take my cursor or all scroll box, you can see the cursor shape changed successfully, and this is very easy. So you can see this is very amazing property and this is very easy, and you have to know about this property if we are working on the big project. Now what I have to do, I simply copy this code and simply paste it 8 times. Now my second cursor is my pointer, so I have to change first ID name. My ID name is pointer here. Now on, if someone go on pointer box, I have to change my cursor to pointer, so I simply type here pointer, so you can see. But don't confuse between this and this. This is the property and this is the ID name. Be remember this thing. Now our third ID name is not allowed, so I simply type here not allowed. And if someone go on not allowed box, we have to display the not allowed type cursor. Now the fourth one is our screen resize, so I simply type here screen resize ID, and if someone go on screen resize, then I have to display the screen resize type cursor, so I simply type screen SC resize. Now the fourth one is our progress, so I simply change the ID name by progress, and if someone go on progress, then I have to display progress type cursor. Now the sixth one is zoom in, so I simply type here zoom in, and if someone go on zoom in, then I have to display zoom in type cursor. Now the seventh one is zoom out, so I simply change the ID name by zoom out, and if someone go on zoom out, then I have to type zoom out type cursor. And the last one is cell. So you may find lots of CSS property of Google, but maybe this video helped to how to use that property. Now again open your file, refresh your browser, and here you can see this. Now everything work fine. So hopefully you understand everything how it work, and now this is not working zoom in. So let's see what is the problem. So I give the wrong spelling here, so that's done. Now refresh it, and now you can see it also working. So hopefully you understand everything. If you have any query, you can simply comment down below, and please like the video and subscribe my channel for latest Android project and web development project. Thank you. See you soon in next video.